Hey everyone, and welcome to another daily video from Shopify Dropshipping Lifestyle. My name is Ricky Hayes, and in today's video we're going into the future of dropshipping. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so the reason I wanted to bring up this, and I brought up a lot of other videos, is I have, product research, all these other videos, but anyway, I keep monologuing, is that I'm seeing it a lot in my group, as well as in other groups, especially moving into the fourth quarter, which is for e-commerce, the busiest time of the year. People are getting worried over a lot of various things, and I wanted to explain what I find are the top 5 worries that people that I see have currently. Is the tariff tax that Trump is imposing on China. I can't remember how much it is, but that will mostly be absorbed from the Chinese government, I expect, as well as the expenses might go up a little bit for us. But again, build a relationship with your supplier and find alternatives. If you got a winning product, go on Alibaba and get a sourcing agent that's over in China, so you can source products there at a cheaper price, warehouse them and send them out that way. Okay, that's what a lot of people are doing. Anyway, changes Apple are making. I posted this in my group the other day, and a number of people made some really good comments about it. It's basically just affecting Safari, which Safari. The good thing is if someone clicks your link, it opens up in the sort of Facebook browser anyway, which is separate to Safari and helps attribute sales better anyway. So it's too saturated, ads are too expensive, and too much management and upkeep and just general costs. Okay, so the future is, these are all just dot points I put down. So you want to build a brand over a store. Okay, a lot of other successful dropshippers, they still run general stores, and general stores work well, but in their own regard. But you have to be testing all the time, and I personally am trying to disconnect more from doing this because I've got a steady income stream now. I've set up the back end, automated stuff anyway, and I'm building a brand, multiple brands in fact, and I don't want to just be another store. I want to be a brand. I want to be someone people know. Okay, and that's why, the future is in building a brand, and everything that encompasses building a brand. The hard thing is that other businesses that are brands, are VC, venture capitalist startups a lot of the time, which means they get, hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to start up their business, invest in marketing and all of this to get them kick-started. Whereas we're self-funded, so a lot of us have families and that's why I need to take it slow and build a brand. Use your social media channels and build a following. Use right hashtags on Instagram. There's lots and lots and lots of videos on how to build followers on Instagram, just using the right hashtags. Okay, there's plenty of ways to do that. The tax won't really affect us at all. You need to evolve. Okay, so with these changes that I've mentioned, basically you just need to evolve with the times, and that's why I had a general store, and I've helped general stores and that. And the thing I just don't like about it is that one, it's just so much more time consuming for me. Because I love how building a brand, I can automate everything with a consistent audience outcome. And what I mean by that is just so let's say you're running a general store, you can say, "Hi Ricky, we are here to help you." Whereas if I'm running, let's say, I don't know, a women's makeup store, I can say, "We love makeup as much as you," type thing. And just as a hypothetical, my point is that you can automate a lot more and a lot more with confidence to really tailor it to your audience, because that stuff does make a difference. Okay, because if people feel like they're a part of that, you're a part of them, then they want to give back to you. At the end of the day, humans are creatures that we give and take. People feel indebted to others, and that's why I like brands, because if I can make my customers feel indebted with excellent customer service, fast responses in terms of customer service, automations to help them do it whenever they want, however they want, then they're going to have a good experience, feel indebted to me because they've gotten a good product, and then they're going to buy again. All right, and I get a lot of those. Another one that with being too saturated is everything's saturated, okay? And that word is a very broadly used word that I find now. Everything's so saturated. Now, there's a lot of products that are saturated, that's true, and people are spending tens of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars a day on these products, and that's cool. But you've got to remember, you've got to put things into context, okay? People mostly put into that Shopify dropshipping is heavily saturated, and now you're starting to see all these Shopify dropshipping is dead, move to FBA, but FBA is saturated, FBA is dead, move to this, move to that. Everything's saturated, okay? Well, it's like, I guess I compare it to like my YouTube channel. When I started this, I was heavily off-put by the fact that there are so many other well-established, well-known, fantastic marketers out there who already have quite a following, talking 10, 20, 30, up to over 100,000. And I'm sort of, how do I tap into this? And I immediately just went, no, I don't care. I'm just going to make my videos. If no one sees them, that's cool. I've tried, and I'm going to keep trying. And, right at this day, I have over 1,100 followers. Nothing major, but I've done no paid ads, nothing's paid, just purely organic, and I'm proud of that. And my point is that YouTube is stupidly saturated, and it doesn't stop you from being found, okay? I don't even know how I'm found most of the time. I presume a lot from my group, word of mouth, all of this. But, and it's the same with my Facebook group. Saturated, but it doesn't stop people from joining, because the difference is you, all right? It's hard, and there's no one perfect system, but the difference is always you in this equation, okay? Everything else can be the same, but if you're different and how your approach is different, then people will listen, people will buy your products. And it just takes time and dedication to understand the tools and keep trying. That's the worst part. Definitely the worst part. I hate it too, and that's why I prefer brand. But so and think of like a job as well. You go and try and find a job in a smaller town. There's fewer people, so fewer competition, but fewer jobs. And so it's proportional to being in a capital city in many regards and trying to find a job. A lot of people I know still struggle to find jobs because the expectations for a job, for qualifications, certifications, prior experience, personality, to get a job is bloody hard. And a lot of these people are in jobs that they don't have the time to go to these other job interviews, and it's hard. Everything nowadays is very hard. Because of the utilization of technology, humans in many regards are not necessary in a lot of our day-to-day. That's being taken over by AI and various forms of technology to help assist customers, but as a result, the actual employees are taking a hit. Change with the times. You've got to evolve, and that's why making your own. I've always been very passionate about making my own form of income. So I'm heavy into the share market, and I have been since for about a decade. So I've always been naturally into this, but I never took the step of trying to do what I do today, which I always knew had it in me, and it's been fine. It's important that who knows, I might go back in the future in 10 years and get a job because I might just want to work. But I like the feeling of knowing that I don't just depend on work for my source of income, that I have my own form of income, and that's important. Everything has its risks, but it's important that you look out for yourself, and that's why evolving is important. Look into shares. A lot of people, I've never done cryptocurrency. A lot of people do cryptocurrency. Print on demand, consulting, affiliate marketing, making your own business, whatever it may be. You want to try and diversify your actual forms of income, and you can do that online, you can do that in person. There's lots of ways to do it. It's just what resonates with you the most. Ads are getting more expensive as well, okay? And so a lot of people are saying that ads are too expensive. They aren't. You just need to have a decent profit margin. I would say a $30 product and you want it to be costing you about $15, so you have $15 margin minimum. And you want to really try and upsell. That's where you really want to upsell. Ads are too expensive because most people aren't upselling, okay? There's apps, plenty of apps, personalized, Alarm Spot, which gets me thousands of dollars in revenue. One-click upsell, reconvert, FOMO, Recart. All these apps help with maintaining my, so at the moment, so I'm helping a client that has a multi-million-dollar store, and it's a case study I'll be running in my premium group, so it's exclusive to them, but I'm going to give an overview. Multi-million-dollar store, fantastic store, but not profitable because the back end wasn't done properly and the ads weren't managed properly. And within the space of I think just over 2 weeks, already hitting nearly 2K days, and with about 3 ROAS. Okay, it's gone from, you got an average of about 1.8 to 3 ROAS by working on the back end and continually just working on the back end on low budgets. That's it. Admittedly, it's a bit, I guess, of a cheat. We already know the winning products. It's basically just re-establishing them and slowly scaling them. But my point is that a lot of it comes from as well upsells, bulk discount apps as well, and I'm just expanding on it, and that's what I'm doing, and it's working. I expect to get him to 3 to 4. The stores that I manage are about 4 to 5 ROAS because I get a lot of repeat customers because of my automation. It just runs on autopilot, and that's what I love. I'm a control freak. Like I have Trello, I have Slack, and I speak to my team, but they have lives too. They have families. They take forever to respond. I'm a bit anal, whereas if I have full control over something, I can do it all myself at my leisure, and I can automate it. Okay. That is where it comes down to evolution, and the two biggest things that I see that are going to be the big things that you need to remember and learn is people talk about upsells, downsells, all of this, but no one ever really talks about these two things, and it really comes down to building your brand with automation. All right, those two things: building brand and automation. So you build your brand, and you really want to utilize these tools to do the upsells and that, but you want to use tools that are automated, have analytics, allow you to automate it further. And emails, responding with emails using automation with automatic replies and various other things like ManyChat, etc. By utilizing automation, you're always going to get a consistent result as long as it's set up properly. And that's why you have these salesmen known as technology and AI that's going to make you a lot more money. And that's why my stores have been able to get on average every day about a 4 to 5 ROAS, because of just simply this fact of seeing long term. That, because frankly, I'm an automation specialist, is what I was when I was in the workforce. So automation to me comes very natural. So I look at everything in the sense of looking at data and automating it, looking at data, automating it, looking at data, automating it. As a result, what happens is that customers get a very consistent, very polished, very professional experience, and as a result, they come back, because that's all it is people just want to have a good experience, get a good product, feel like they've been cared about, and they'll come back and buy again. It's just simple psychology. There is not much to it, no matter what people say. It is as simple as that, and that's why I pay a premium for tools that have automation in them, so that I can make informed analytical decisions and automate them based off that. Because automation is the key to everything. In another 5-10 years, it's going to be absolutely everywhere. I'm sure in many countries around the world, look at self-serve registers. There's going to be less and less people in registers now. It's just self-serve. You just do it all yourself. The supermarket saves money on less staff. They can be packing stuff and putting it on shelves. Customers do the hard work. They get a consistent experience because the software does it, and they just have someone mandating the machines, and it's a far more efficient process. Automation, okay? I know I touch on that a lot, but that is just everywhere. It's the future. Like, I'm trying to, for instance, go into a bit more of healthy lifestyle in terms of exercising more and also eating more. And for me, what motivates me is apps telling me how I've gone today, notifying me to do this, notifying me to do that. And I spend time automating that, so I'm continuously reminded, because I know technology is going to make up for my shortcomings, because humans by nature are creatures of inconsistency, whereas technology is designed to be the polar opposite, everything consistent. And so by utilizing that and understanding these tools, it's going to save you a lot of time. Time is money, time is consistency, and it's just going to slowly flow and continually growing, okay? So I just wanted to provide that video as to the future of dropshipping, so that you all have an idea of where it's going to be, what you need to do, and how you need to position yourself so that you're in the best position to make this into your passive form of income for your future. Okay, you all have a lovely day now. Thank you very much for your time, and goodbye.